You're watching Football Daily, and here are this week's biggest transfer rumours and headlines. The window may be closed, but January is closer than you think, and Europe's top clubs already have their eyes on the winter window for potential reinforcements. So if you've heard anything yourself, get in the comments below to join the discussion. Let's go. We begin at West Ham, who have surprised everyone with their current Premier League form, going unbeaten in their last 4 games with draws against Spurs and Man City following up impressive victories over Wolves and Leicester. And if reports are to be believed, the club are ready to capitalise on this good moment by securing their prized asset a new contract. According to the Daily Mail, the Hammers are keen to give Declan Rice fresh terms, which would see him earn £120,000 a week at the London Stadium, double the reported £60,000 he currently takes home. Long tip to return to Chelsea, where he was a part of the youth setup between the age of 7 and 14. Rice is known to be a target of manager Frank Lampard, who was looking to sign the English youngster in the summer with a view to reverting him back into a centre-half. However, with a £70 million minimum price tag on Rice's head, and other figures at Stamford Bridge not sharing Lampard's enthusiasm, a move never happened. Nevertheless, it's clear West Ham don't want to take any chances with the 21-year-old. Already tied down until 2024, this new deal would reportedly take the form of a 1-year extension, solidifying the club's stance over a big fee should Chelsea come back in for him. But do you think he's worth it, or should the Blues target someone else once the window reopens? Let us know in the comments below. Over to the San Siro now, as AC Milan are apparently looking to build on their excellent start to the season by snapping up their rival's former captain in January. Yes, that's right, Mauro Icardi could be on his way to the Rossoneri midway through the season. At least that's according to Spanish outlet AS. This obviously seems pretty far-fetched. Icardi, who has been out injured since the start of October, only made his move to PSG from Inter permanent in the summer, with the French champions shelling out €50 million to secure his services. And having left the Nerazzurri on such bad terms in 2019, it would be pretty bold for the Argentinian striker to add further fuel to the fire by joining their arch enemies. But this wouldn't be the first time Milan have inquired about Icardi, with Fabrizio Romano confirming they had seriously considered making an offer for him before he was initially loaned to PSG, with reports they were willing to offer Christophe Piontek in exchange doing the round at the time. It's also known that Icardi has been homesick for Italy during his time in Paris, with his wife and agent Wanda Nara reiterating that they see the country as their real home earlier in the year. It's thought she could be instrumental in getting her husband back to Serie A. We're still not sold though, especially considering the kind of fee Milan would have to stump up to persuade Les Parisiens to pass up the man they brought in to replace Edinson Cavani. However, a Zlatan-Icardi partnership would certainly be very entertaining to witness. Before we give you our headline story, just a quick reminder to subscribe to Football Daily and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. After their calamitous pursuit of Jadon Sancho, you'd have thought Man United would want to put the idea of negotiating with Borussia Dortmund to bed for now. However, a report in The Athletic this week claims that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still has his sights firmly set on a reunion with Norwegian prodigy Erling Braut Haaland, having been beaten to his signature by the German club last winter. This comes just as confirmation of his release clause has gone public, with Fabrizio Romano confirming that Haaland will be able to leave the Westfalenstadion for €75 million from June 2022, with the implication being that they almost certainly won't sell him for that price any earlier. But of course, this could mean that a higher bid could force their hand in the next year or so. And while United are happy with Edinson Cavani as a short-term depth solution at centre-forward, it's understood Haaland is still their number one target in the long run, with Mason Greenwood yet to receive significant minutes in the position. The Daily Mail have even reported that the Red Devils are plotting a huge £176 million double swoop for both Haaland and Sancho, something which seems unfathomable right now. But we will certainly be seeing more stories like this over the coming months, especially if Haaland, who already has 5 goals and 2 assists in 5 Bundesliga appearances this term, continues his excellent form. Meanwhile, talk about the future of Kylian MBappé doesn't seem to be slowing down, and this week, former France teammate Adil Rami has got in on the action. Mbappé is of course being linked with moves to Liverpool and Real Madrid next summer, with his PSG contract up in 2022 and with a new deal yet to be agreed. And speaking to French television network RMC Sport, Rami, who now plays for Boa Vista in Portugal, reckons Mbappé has already decided to leave France, going on to say his future is all mapped out and it's sad for the Parisians, even for Ligue 1. Other reports have claimed that the World Cup winner is in fact open to staying at the Parc de France but wants assurances over the club's long-term ambitions, namely who they plan to sign in the transfer market. And if their underwhelming summer business is anything to go by, it's not hard to see why he's stalling over a new contract right now. All this speculation hasn't affected his performance on the field, however, with the former Monaco man hitting 6 goals and 3 assists in his first 5 appearances this term. PSG fans will be hoping he can carry that on as they look to bounce back from their opening day defeat in the Champions League. So it's actually happened. Josep Bartomeu has resigned as president of Barcelona, along with the entire board of directors. Although he was due to leave in March when he would have served his maximum 2 terms, Bartomeu decided to step down early in the face of a vote of no confidence, which was due to take place next month, despite initially claiming he would fight the motion, which was signed by over 20,000 club members. Had he lost it, he would have become the first president in the club's history to be kicked out in this fashion, and his proposal to have the vote delayed had been rejected by the Catalan government. The Spaniard oversaw 4 La Liga titles, 4 Copas del Rey and a Champions League during his near 7-year tenure at the Camp Nou, but also presided over a period in which the club's transfer business and squad building took a serious turn for the worse. And he dropped a major bombshell as he left, announcing in his speech that the club had accepted a proposal to participate in a future European Super League, a move he claims will secure the financial future of the club. This has obviously not gone down well with fans or La Liga president Javier Tebas, who described it as a weak and imaginary competition which would be Barcelona's ruin. Bartomeu also confirmed that the board was not able to conclude negotiations on a club-wide salary cut, understood to be around 30%, and noted there will be serious consequences for the future of the club if a solution isn't found. Until the elections next spring, a board led by businessman and academic Carles Tusquets will take over on an interim basis, but all eyes will now be on club captain Lionel Messi, who came close to leaving Barca at the end of the summer following a fallout with Bartomeu. The 33-year-old's contract expires next summer, but with his nemesis out of the door, Culés will be hoping the club can now persuade the legendary forward to commit to a new deal. But what do you reckon? Will Messi commit his long-term future to the club with Bartomeu now out the picture? Get your thoughts down in the comments. Now to rivals Real Madrid, who following their 3-1 victory in El Clasico on the weekend, are apparently reigniting their interest in Napoli midfielder Fabian Ruiz. The former Real Betis man, who has also been a target for Barca in the past, is now in his 3rd season in Serie A, and is an essential part of Gennaro Gattuso's system at the San Paulo. However, a return to La Liga will always be tempting for the Spanish international, especially if Los Blancos come calling, and according to Calcio Mercato, the 24-year-old is back on top of the club's wish list. However, as we've seen with Kalidou Koulibaly, it's far from easy to get star players out of Naples for anything less than astronomical fees, and with a contract running until 2023, as well as a market valuation of around €80 million, Ruiz won't come cheap. Los Merengues could be in for a very expensive summer come 2021. We finish off with some surprising news about Mauricio Pochettino. The former Tottenham boss has been out of work for almost a year now, and speculation over his next club has grown in recent months. If you want our take on it, why not check out our latest scout report over on EFD. But while he has been linked with practically all of Europe's top jobs, Russia is not a destination for which he has been touted. That's until now, as according to Russian website Championat, he is in talks with Zenit St. Petersburg. The report hasn't expanded any more on these claims, so we're taking them with a large pinch of salt for now. But the longer he's without a job, these kind of rumours will only continue to circulate. Meanwhile, the Mail have reported that Man City see Poch as an ideal replacement for Pep Guardiola, who has yet to sign new terms at the Etihad. After a string of disappointing results, attention has turned to the Catalan coach's summer 2021 expiry, and should he leave the English Giants, as the City hierarchy are apparently keen to hire either the Argentinian or Leipzig coach Julian Nagelsmann as his successor. Both candidates received the Football Daily seal of approval. So that's all we have time for on this week's Transfer Talk. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, and of course don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.